let me show you how to make a super easy, crunchy, salty cracker using chickpeas. My husband loves hummus, but we're always out of crackers. So let's make some simple, crunchy, and salty crackers using chickpeas. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rosemary, and this is Mind Your Comida.
Start by preheating the oven at 375, and all the ingredients to this recipe are in the description box below. You will start mixing all of the dry ingredients, your garbanzo bean flour, your quinoa, your chia seeds, flax meal, and flax seeds. If you have a sifter, you can also put your garbanzo bean flour through that so that you don't have as much grumos, as much balls. And I'm doing that with the spoon, but as I said, you can use a sifter for that. I like to add the baking powder after mixing all of the dry ingredients and then all of the spices. So for this one, I went a little bit heavy on the salt, garlic powder, onion powder. I'm not using garlic salt or onion salt because, again, I already went super heavy on the salt, but if you don't have salt, you can add garlic salt or onion salt, and onion salt too. I also put in some dried chives. I like this for texture and flavor too, and some ground pepper. If you want to add other spices, you can do that right now in this step. I have tried paprika, but I don't know, I just don't like the flavor of it. So then you mix them all together and you start adding your water. I started by adding 1 cup of water, and then I had like half a cup of water extra, and I just started to incorporate it until the mixture was a little bit looser than cake batter, but not as thin as a pancake batter mixture. You want it to be thick enough so you can spread it, but not as loose like, like a pancake mixture. Have in mind, because we added chia seeds and flax meal, it will thicken up. So you can add even a little bit extra water just so it has this consistency too. Then you're gonna place this batter. Then you'll add your batter to a lined baking sheet. I use a cookie sheet and I line this with parchment paper. I find that this is the best way so it doesn't stick to the end and to the baking sheet. Plus, you don't have to use oil or margarine or spray oils or anything like that, so it doesn't stick and they still come out being really crunchy. So into the oven it goes, and then I left this for about 30 minutes and it was crunchy, but honestly I would have left it just a little bit more. You can leave it for 30 minutes and put in an alarm clock, and then if they are as golden brown on top as you want, I would prefer it to be a little bit more brown on the top. Then you can take them out and just let it cool before you start cutting it off. I like to cut it with my hands, but if you like them to have another shape, you can give that shape with a knife at the beginning before you put it in the oven. These still came out pretty tasty. I had a piece with salsa and it was so freaking good. So then you can put them on a stainless steel or a glass container so that you can save it up for a few days. I don't know how long they last because in our house we go through them like in 3 to 4 days. They're still fresh and they still feel pretty crunchy and toasty. So this is the best way that I've found to prep them and to keep them really sealed up so that no humidity and no water gets into them. And usually I leave them on the countertop. I don't put them on the fridge or anything. So I hope you love this recipe. Remember to subscribe if you haven't. I will catch you in the next one. Hasta la próxima. Bye.